Hola and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing my maternity makeup that I did a couple weeks ago for my maternity shoot, and we're just going to jump on in. I am mixing these two matte foundations together and just dotting it all over my face and blending it out like I do per usual. And obviously, since this is for a photo shoot, I like to use a little bit more full coverage, so I'm going a little bit heavier on the foundation than I would normally do. Likewise, I'm going in with a little bit heavier concealer. I'm going with the the Tarte Shape Tape, and putting that in the inner corner of my eyes to really brighten the inner corner, which can get really dark. And then using the Maybelline Fit Me to kind of blend it all in together and make it a little bit more seamless and less stark, you could say. And to set all of that in place, I'm using the RCMA No Color Powder. This is really great just for setting your makeup, making it pretty matte and non-detectable on the skin, which is what you want for a photo shoot. And next I'm going to do this fancy schmancy technique where I put the sponge in the powder and put it underneath my eyes kind of heavily, just so if there is fallout when we do this next makeup eye look, we can just wipe away any of the fallout really easily without smudging any of the eyeshadow. Here, as you can see, I am jumping into a transition shade with a big fluffy brush and just putting that basically all over the eyelid, into the crease, and kind of just want a blown out effect. For this eye look, I'm going for pretty neutral, not too warm, not too cool colored eye look. I wanted it to be a little bit heavier than my normal everyday makeup, but I don't want it to be too colorful, if that makes sense, just to accentuate my eye shape and my eye color just a little bit. And so far what I've been doing is just deepening the crease and the outer corner of my eyes little by little with different shades. And then I am using the darkest brown shade just in the very outer corner of the eye. And then I am taking that warm transition shade and blending it pretty smokily into the bottom lash line. I'm adding some shimmer sparkle onto the lid and then a different shimmery color onto the inner corner as well as my brow bone. And of course, when it's all said and done with your eye look, the most important thing to do is, say it with me friends, is blend. So just keep on blending until it looks blown out and all put together the way you want it to. Next, I'm adding a little bit of eyeliner, mostly just to define the lash line, and it's a very, very small flick. Nothing too dramatic here. And then I wipe away all of that powder, which adds a brightening effect, but also and mostly just takes away any of that fallout. Next, I am really packing on that mascara. Don't be shy. If you want to add false lashes, go ahead and do that. That's just not my thing. I like to flick the corners of my eyelashes and then add a little bit on the bottom as well. And that completes the eye look. Again, it's pretty neutral colors and just adds a little something something to the eyes. Next, we're moving on to the base, and we're just adding some bronzer, bronzing up the skin like I always do. And I'm going to be a little bit extra and add a different bronzer because I want to be very fake tan looking and very chiseled, if you will. So I'm adding this Hoola Benefit bronzer and just going over the bronze that I basically already put on. And I'm using the same brush for all of my base products, mostly because I forgot to bring another brush while I filmed, but it does work for all of these things. I've mentioned in a favorites video, really love it. And then I am using the Revlon Insta Highlight Stick. So I'm going to add a cream highlighter first, and then to just make the highlights super, super pop and stay on all day, I'm going to add a powder highlighter next and basically just use that to set the cream. And again, just make it really, really pop in photos. And of course I've got to do my eyebrows, but I'm going to skim over this part since you guys have seen it literally a million times before. Nothing really new to see here, and I'm using all my usual products for this. And of course for the lips, I just wanted to pick a color that would complement but not detract from the dress color that I'm wearing. So I picked this really nice subtle pink from ColourPop. And that is my makeup, you guys. I hope you enjoyed watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.